So ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome back to another FIFA 21 simulation video, and it's finally here. Jadon Sancho has arrived at Manchester United from Dortmund, and in this episode we're going to simulate his entire career with Manchester United to see if we can get him to at least a 99 overall. So this is how our Premier League season for August is going to look like. Let's see if we can win all these games. So far for the month of August, it's getting off to a pretty good start. As you can see, we win most of our games here. We drew with Arsenal here, but no losses so far. And so far for United for this month, Jadon Sancho has scored 1G in 4 appearances and provided 1 assist. And this is how the month of September is going to look like for United. We are playing 2 Champions League qualifier games, one against Leipzig and the other against PSG. And so in the Champions League qualifiers, we drew 1-1 with Leipzig, so now let's see if we can pull off a W against a very good PSG side. And so we drew 1-1 with PSG, with Lindelof scoring the lone goal for United in the 68th minute. So now we are in the month of November, and as you can see, United are sitting in a top 3 spot in the Premier League with 26 points, tied with Chelsea, but Liverpool looks like they are gaining control of the Premier League. And so for Jadon Sancho, so far in his spell with United, he scored only 1G for them in 10 appearances in the Premier League, but he's provided 3 assists, and he's already contributed to a goal for Manchester United in 4 Champions League games and 1 assist. And so far it looks like that Jadon Sancho has only scored 1G for United in 20 appearances and only 4 assists. So far it looks like that Jadon Sancho isn't having his best year at United, but maybe next season will be a turnaround for him. So now we are in the month of February, and we managed to make it to the Champions League knockouts, the round of 16, but unfortunately we lose game 1 to FC Bayern in the round of 16 2-1, so let's hope we can turn that around in the second leg. And so in our second leg against FC Bayern, we drew 1-1 with them, so we lose on aggregate, so we have no chance of winning the Champions League with Jadon Sancho in his first season at United, but let's see if we can still win any other trophies. So now it's the end of the first Premier League season for Jadon Sancho with United, but as you can see, we finished 6th in the Premier League, so which means that we missed out on a Champions League and a Europa League spot. Now when it comes to the Emirates FA Cup, as you can see, we made it all the way to the final, but we lost to the Spurs. As for the Carabao Cup, Liverpool won the game 5-4, but let's see, how far did we make it here in the Carabao Cup? I mean, I don't know if you people consider it a big trophy accomplishment. Okay, so we lost to Liverpool 4-2. And as for Jadon Sancho's first season with United, as you can see, it was somewhat of a disappointment as he only scored 3 Gs for them in 36 appearances in the Premier League. So remember when I said that I thought that we were knocked out also to having a chance at the Europa League? Well, I was wrong, because as you can see, looks like we managed to clinch a Europa League spot in the qualifying group stage. And these are our opponents for the Europa League group stage: PSV, Anderlecht, and Lugano. So let's see if we can at least try and win a Europa League. So now we are in 2022, and as you can see, we are 3rd in the Premier League with 41 points, so let's see if we can secure that top 4 spot in the Premier League. And so Jadon Sancho so far is showing signs of improvement in the Premier League. As you can see, he scored 8 Gs for them in 20 appearances, along with 6 assists, but in the Europa League, he's been doing pretty well, scoring 3 Gs and providing 3 assists in 6 appearances. And so we are now at the end of Jadon Sancho's 2nd season at Manchester United, and as you can see, we finished in the top 4 in the Premier League, 3rd with 83 points. So looking at Jadon Sancho's 2nd season with United, as you can see, he scored 12 Gs and contributed 8 assists in 37 appearances. So this looks like a slight improvement for Jadon Sancho in his 2nd year at United, but he is at a 92 right now. And so we also have the 2022 FIFA World Cup, and this is the group stage: Spain, the Netherlands, Romania, Peru. Group B, we have France, Sweden, US, Uruguay. Group C, we have Italy, Slovenia, China, and Colombia. Group D, we have Brazil, Russia, Bulgaria, and India. Group E, we have England, Finland, Ireland, and Egypt. Group F, we have Belgium, Scotland, Canada, and Ivory Coast. Group G, we got Germany, Greece, Australia, and Cameroon. And for Group H, we have Argentina, Czech Republic, Hungary, and South Africa. And unfortunately in the Europa League, we didn't make it to the final, but it's going to be Real Madrid versus Arsenal, because despite us making it all the way to the semifinals, we got knocked out by Real Madrid. But in the quarterfinals, we managed to get that W against Ajax, comfortable win, and in the round of 16, we squeaked past AS Monaco, and in the round of 32, we won against Olympique Marseille. As for the Champions League, we have Atletico versus Liverpool, but nonetheless, we managed to win a trophy at Manchester with a 2-0 win over Leicester City in the Carabao Cup. So looking on our road, we won 3-4 against Chelsea on aggregate. In the quarters, we won 4-3 on penalties against rivals Manchester City. In round 4, we win 2-0 against Fulham. Round 3, we win 3-0 against Cardiff City. And as for the Europa League final, Madrid win 2-1 against Arsenal, and the Champions League, Liverpool win 3-1 against Atletico. And so these are the World Cup standings. Netherlands finished number 1 in the group. For Group Group B, France finishes number 1. For Group C, Slovenia finishes number 1. For Group D, Brazil finishes number 1. And for Group E, England finishes number 1. Group F, Belgium. Group G, Germany. And Group H, Argentina. So far in the round of 16, Netherlands wins 2-1 against Uruguay. Slovenia wins 3-0 against Russia. And England's opponent is going to be Canada. So these are the results. England, they win 4-1 against Canada. Netherlands 2-1 against Uruguay. Slovenia 3-0 against Russia. Germany 3-1 against the Czech Republic. Spain wins 5-4 on pens against France. Brazil wins 3-1 against Italy. Belgium wins 3-0 against Finland. Argentina wins 1-0 against Greece. As for the quarterfinals, Netherlands wins 1-0 against Slovenia. England wins 2-0 against Germany. Spain wins 2-0 against Brazil. Argentina wins 2-1 against Belgium. As for the semifinals, England loses 3-0 to the Netherlands and Spain wins 2-0 against Argentina. But as for third place, England wins 1-0, and here the Netherlands win their first and ever World Cup 5-4 on penalties against Spain to avenge themselves for that 2010 final loss. So now that we are in Jadon Sancho's third season at United, so far in 39 appearances, he has 9 Gs and 12 assists, but he has 16 clean sheets, and in the Champions League, he only has 1 goal and 1 assist. So I thought that maybe we should change positions with Jadon Sancho, place him maybe as a center forward. Let's see if that's going to work out. And we are now in contention of winning the Premier League, and we are in contention of the Champions League in the semifinals, because this is how our squad looks like. As you can see, the United squad looks absolutely stacked with talent, and with this squad, we got to win the Champions League. So in the quarterfinals, we won 5-2 on aggregate against Dortmund and 3-0 in the second leg. As for round of 16, we win 4-2 on aggregate against Barcelona. All right, let's see if we can make it to a Champions League final finally. And what a win for Manchester United. We win 2-1 against FC Bayern, and Jadon Sancho here, he scored the game winner. So let's see if we can close this team out in the second leg as well. And so FC Bayern win this game 1-0. So I'm wondering whether we advanced on away goals. So unfortunately, it looks like that we did not make it to the Champions League final because we lost on away goals. But the good news is that we finally won the Premier League for Jadon Sancho. So Jadon Sancho in his third season at United wins the Premier League, and it's going to be a Liverpool versus FC Bayern Champions League final. So we managed to win 3-1 against Aston Villa for the Carabao Cup. Well, it looks like that we got knocked out in round 6 against Liverpool. As for Jadon Sancho, for this Premier League season, he scored 10 Gs in 38 appearances along with 12 assists and 2 goals and 1 assist in 12 appearances in the Champions League. So now we are in Jadon Sancho's 4th season with Manchester United, and for this season, I decided to play him as a center forward, but the results don't look much different as he scored 9 Gs in 38 appearances along with 12 assists, but he did pretty good in the Europa League by scoring 4 Gs and providing 5 assists in 9 games. So yes, we are back in the Europa League, and unfortunately, we failed to repeat as Premier League champions as we fell behind 1 point within Manchester City. So now we are at Euro 2024, and this is the group stage: Netherlands, Turkey, and Italy. But the good news is we finally managed to win something with Jadon Sancho besides a Premier League title, and that is the Europa League final against Lazio 3-2. So right here for the Euros, it looks like that Portugal, they won 3-0 here in a rematch with Greece from Euro 2004. And so it looks like that England couldn't make it to the final again because they lost on penalties 4-3 against Portugal, even though they won 3-1 against Sweden. So now we are in Jadon Sancho's 4th season with United, and he scored 7 Gs for him and provided 12 assists in 38 appearances. And as for our Premier League standings, we finished 4th in the Premier League with 69 points. And for the Champions League final, it's going to be a Barcelona versus Real Madrid final. And it looks like we couldn't get past Juventus as we lost to them 3-3 on away goals. And Liverpool win 1-0 against AC Milan in the Europa League final. As for the Champions League final, Real Madrid triumphs over Barcelona 2-1. So now we are in Jadon Sancho's 5th season with United, but he's still a 94 rated for some reason. I don't know why, but in 38 appearances in the Premier League, he scored 13 Gs along with 14 assists. And we still win the Premier League with 100 points. So now we are at the 2026 World Cup, and this is the group stage: France, Denmark, Russia, and Uruguay. Group B, we have Netherlands, Czech Republic, Canada, and Colombia. Group C, we have Germany, Ireland, China, and Venezuela. Group D, we have Argentina, Portugal, Poland, and New Zealand. Group E, we have Italy, Sweden, Bulgaria, and South Africa. Group F, we have England, Scotland, Mexico, and Ivory Coast. Group G, we have Spain, Hungary, Australia, and Cameroon. And for Group H, we got Brazil, Belgium, Greece, and Egypt. And unfortunately, we failed to once again make it to a Champions League final, man. I just don't get why we can't make it to a Champions League final with Jadon Sancho, but we lose 4-2 to Barcelona in the semis. And as for the Champions League final, Barcelona wins 4-3 against Juventus. As for the FA Cup, we get knocked out by Arsenal 4-3, but we still managed to win the Carabao Cup against Chelsea 3-1. So now we are going to simulate the 2026 World Cup, but it looks like Germany wins 2-1 in the final against Portugal. So England lost 2-1 against Brazil in third place, but did we lose to Germany? Yup, we lost 2-0 to Germany, but we win 4-1 against Cameroon in the quarters, and in the round of 16 we win 2-1 against Sweden. So for Jadon Sancho's 6th season with United, he scored only 6 Gs in 38 appearances, but he had 10 assists. So now we win the Premier League title again, so I believe that this is Jadon Sancho's already 3rd Premier League title with United. As for the UEFA Champions League, it's going to be between Barca and Inter, so I'm assuming we got knocked out. Yep, we got knocked out once again in the semifinals in the Champions League to Barcelona 3-2. Man, I just don't get why we can't make it to a Champions League final. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally arrived. Manchester United are in a Champions League final for once. It's going to be a rivalry game against Liverpool. So looking at the standings, we won 4-2 on aggregate against Spurs. We won 3-4 on aggregate against Napoli. And in the round of 16, we win 3-2 against Juventus. Unfortunately, we did not win the Premier League, and we lost the Community Shield final to Manchester City. As for the FA Cup, Manchester City won 3-1, and we lost to Liverpool in the semis, and we lost in the Carabao Cup final to Chelsea. And so, ladies and gentlemen, Manchester United finally win a Champions League title for once with Jadon Sancho in the squad. So in the Champions League, Jadon Sancho arguably had his greatest Champions League performance ever by scoring 11 Gs in 13 appearances along with 2 assists. As for the Premier League, he has 11 Gs in 38 appearances and 7 assists.